All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich CELENZA. Thanks for checking out the Rich CELENZA show. So, what I want to get into today is the pandemic. And I do not want the pandemic to make you weak. And do not allow it to do that. I'm telling you right now, COVID, and I get a lot of people are scared still to this day. A lot of people live in fear for not only themselves, for loved ones, but I also see a lot of people being brainwashed, in my opinion, from the media, from others, social media, other outlets, that how, almost it paralyzes. It's almost programming people to be paralyzed and live in such fear that it actually affects their health. And the one thing I want people to do more than anything in their life is take care of themselves and look and feel their best. I don't know, that's what I just like to do. And I was going back and I said, wow, let me go back to my YouTube videos and look at them real quick, because I used to bring up the pandemic once in a while. And I haven't for probably a year and a half. And I was looking at my titles, and like one was, did the pandemic kill your momentum? And I meant that with like on many different levels. It could have been with work. It could have been, with fitness. It could have been just whatever, however it affected you. I also talked about, is the pandemic bringing us closer together, pushing us further apart? I think I had one on don't let the pandemic destroy you, and all these different types of things. What else? Oh, did you drink too much during the pandemic? I think a lot of people were drinking a lot more alcohol, right? And kind of neglecting their health during the pandemic to a certain degree, eating a lot of fast food or junk food, because one of the reasons was I think a lot of those restaurants were open. So let's call it for what it was. What else was there? Maybe reassessing your life during the pandemic. But in this one, what I want to get into with the pandemic itself is not allowing it to make you weak. We have to use this to make us stronger, especially ones around us. Now, if you've lost loved ones during the pandemic, I feel for you. I think almost everyone I've ever met in my life, or have recently, I should say, has lost someone in a pandemic that they've known. That doesn't mean they were best friends or it was always a family member or any of those type of things, but they've known someone, or they've known someone through someone that has passed away. Again, I don't know if it was all because of the pandemic. It could have been, but a lot of people I knew that passed away because the pandemic had other illnesses. It doesn't matter. The two of them came together and, you know what I mean, basically that person passed away, which is heartbreaking. But when it comes to you, I really want people to start back to reassessing things. Is this pandemic making you stronger? Or is it making you really weaker? Is it even, is it turning you into something that you're truly not? Right? And I also think relationships, it may have turned a lot of relationships sour. I also think it strengthened a lot of relationships as well. But when it comes to politics, I think to a certain degree, it's definitely taken a toll on a lot of people, which is kind of ridiculous in my opinion. But anyways, let's put that aside. Regarding this pandemic, if you're having problems, or you're confused, because I really think that's really the word I kind of want to use in this podcast is confusion, because I think so many people are confused. What is right? What is wrong? I did a crazy type of goofy reel on my podcast. I shouldn't say my podcast. I'm sorry, on TikTok and on Instagram, where I talk about all this crazy shit. And how I'm so sick of people talking about the pandemic. Should I get the shot? Should I get the vaccine? Should I not? Should I get a booster? Should I not? Should I wear a mask? Should I not? I was screaming it as a joke. But the truth is, there's so much confusion out there. There's so much information coming at you. Even doctors, as you know, if you watch certain, shows, I don't care what news network it is. I don't care what newspaper you read. I don't care what you see on social media. Some are telling you to do one thing that is so opposite of their other, and they're very highly qualified to give their opinion. The confusion is unbelievable. But here's the deal. I think no matter whatever you decide to do, if you get vaccinated, God bless. You don't, it's none of my business. You wear a mask or you don't, whatever the case may be. Again, I can't tell you what to do in your life. But what I would like you to do is just take care of you. Start with yourself. Because I do think a lot of people are great at telling other people what they should be doing, but they don't always even look at themselves. Maybe what you're doing isn't always right. I'm just telling you. And also for a lot of people that I know, and I'm not trying to dig on them, that I know are very unhealthy, trying to tell everybody else how to live healthy, it makes me laugh. Now, that doesn't mean they're stupid, because there's a lot of very intelligent people out there that are extremely knowledgeable when it comes to health and wellness and disease and all this, that are not in good shape, that are actually really out of shape. That doesn't make them, a bad person or any of that. But again, if you're so good at telling everybody else what they should be doing or what should be done, but you're not even doing it, what type of example are you setting? So I do look at that as well. But just please do not let this pandemic make you weaker. And, I've ran into a bunch of people that I used to work out with. They hit me up. They follow me actually on YouTube, or they follow my podcast. And they're like, Rich, I can't do this because, I'm afraid for my mother or my grandmother, even though I got vaccinated, or some didn't. And I'm not vaccinated, so I can't go to the gym. I'm afraid of it. And I get all that. But here's the deal. You can do a lot of shit on your own if you're afraid. So, I will officially wrap it up with that. If you are somebody who's kind of let themselves go during the pandemic, or, you weren't in good shape to begin with and it got even worse, you can't always blame going to the gym. You can't be like, you can do things in your own home. You could get bands. You could do yoga. You can walk. Right? I'm just saying you don't have to go to a facility to get in good shape all the time. I like it, but you don't have to. You could go swimming by yourself. You can run. You can also probably eat better. There's a lot of things you could be doing, right, to help your health during the pandemic to make you stronger and not weaker. But a lot of people like using excuses. So just want to do a podcast on that subject. You may agree or disagree with me, and I get it. I love it. You got any questions or comments, please feel free to hit me up, rich@richcelenza.com. I'm also going to be gearing more towards the anti-aging because, and I've discussed this many times, that's what people want to talk to me about. And probably one of the things that I was kind of interested in as well, and it's not anti-aging regarding taking or just using creams on your face, or I don't even know what the hell, plastic surgery and Botox and all that type of anti-aging things. It's more or less taking an honest approach, doing it slowly, and I want to help people do it naturally. All right, that even includes not even using supplements or vitamins or things in that nature unless you want to, but you don't have to. So that's my shtick. All right, got any questions or comments? Please feel free to hit me up.